We are in the midst of a crisis.
The opioid epidemic, it's everywhere. The idea of a recovery high school to many is great, but then when you get down to really what does that look like? And it's, again, fear. When anytime you're trying to start something grassroots totally in this area, there's a lot of questions that come up. The concerns of how are these kids going to be, coming in off the street. And so we had to explain that these kids are wanting recovery for themselves. It's not mom and dad or aunt and uncle coming them in, that the student themselves wanted recovery. So we had to give them assurance for that we would have random, frequent drug testing. But again, you still have a fear there, the stigma just with the population of students that we're trying to serve. One of their, what would happen if they pulled out a needle or a pill, how will we handle that? So those kind of questions that we thought we addressed really well, but again, you still have, a fear there. It's a lot easier for someone to understand when they've walked in these shoes.
It's difficult to grasp is I'm going to put my son or daughter who has a drug and alcohol problem, and I'm going to have them hang out with other people who had drug and alcohol problems. On one hand, that seems really crazy. It's going to be like, they could riot at the school. They could burn down the school.
The specific challenges with, substance use is, again, why should I invest in this if I believe the person created the problem themselves, or they're a bad kid, or I hold the belief that this child's behavior or adolescent's behavior is a reflection on poor parenting. Those are all reasons to say, don't need to support this, but if we don't know the people who can influence policy and influence funding, then those good ideas kind of wither. You've got to have folks who are going to influence change. And then you marry that with people with the lived experience, the parent who's gone through blaming themselves, take that passion, combine it with people who have influence, and you can make change.
Well, I think Leah is a new leader. She's always been a leader and in education, and she's always had a talent for bringing people together. She excites people, and people want to do things when you have someone that's leading by example like she does, and she lives it. I think that makes her, as outstanding as she is.
It's just my mom's doing big things. There's other people just like my mom. I'm thankful for them. They're bringing awareness to the community, which is really good. You catch it in time and we can end it in time.
And if the next plan B doesn't work, then we're going to go to plan C. And if plan C doesn't work, then we're going to plan D. But the point is this school's going up somewhere. So this school will come to fruition somewhere where that is. And wherever we end up, that's where we're supposed to be to begin with.